Imagine a world where your closest friend isn't a person, but an AI that knows everything you do, your likes, dislikes, deepest secrets, even what you're likely to eat for lunch tomorrow. Would you trust it? Could you even call it friendship? Technology today isn't just changing what we can do, it's challenging who we are and what we value. Hello and welcome to Spillage. As our world becomes increasingly driven by technology, we are faced with profound questions about ethics and our very existence. These questions may seem distant or theoretical, but they impact how we live, how we see ourselves, and how society shapes its future. So, buckle up as we explore the ethical frameworks and philosophical dilemmas that help us navigate the rapidly advancing tech landscape. Let's kick off things with ethical frameworks, rules, guidelines, and ways of thinking that help us figure out what's right and wrong in a tech-driven world. Think about driverless cars. If a self-driving car is in a situation where it can either hit a pedestrian or risk the life of the passenger, what should it do? These are moral decisions that human drivers rarely calculate consciously, but engineers designing AI need to consider this in their programming. This dilemma is part of what's known as utilitarian ethics, which suggests that we should aim for the greatest good for the greatest number. But there are other ethical frameworks like deontological ethics, which focuses on the importance of rules and duties. For example, it could argue that a car should prioritize not causing harm to anyone regardless of the outcome. In real life, companies like Tesla, Waymo, and others developing self-driving tech are already facing this. Engineers need to decide between utilitarian ethics, which is aiming for the greatest good, or rule-based ethics, which is prioritizing a clear duty like avoiding harm to pedestrians. With more AI systems in our lives, from decision-making bots to healthcare diagnostics, ethics can't be an afterthought. Philosophers, ethicists, and engineers are working together to ensure that these systems align with our values. So next time Siri or Alexa answers your question, remember that a lot of thought goes into making sure these answers reflect ethical principles. An everyday example of ethical dilemma? Facial recognition technology in smartphones and even public spaces. On one hand, it enhances convenience and security, but on the other, it raises concerns about privacy and potential misuse. As a society, we need to decide where to draw the line. Now, let's dive a bit deeper. Have you ever wondered, what makes me me? This question of identity becomes especially relevant with technologies like AI and brain-computer interfaces. Ever used a fitness tracker? If so, you know it's easy to let the data it provides guide your choices. Walk more, sleep better, etc. But what if that data started making decisions for you? If a machine can learn, grow, and make decisions, does it have its own sense of self? In medicine, brain implants like Neuralink have started to restore certain functions for individuals with disabilities. If a device can influence your thoughts, at what point do you stop being you? As tech becomes more ingrained, it brings us deep questions about where you end and machine begins. A famous philosophical question to consider here is the ship of Theseus. If you replace every part of a ship piece by piece, is it still the same ship? Similarly, if we keep enhancing or replacing parts of ourselves with technology, are we still the same person? In a world of digital selves, AI companions, and enhanced human capabilities, technology challenges traditional views on identity and agency. Consider the recent trend of digital twins in healthcare, where AI simulations of patients help doctors anticipate medical needs and treatments. Is the digital twin you or just data? This ship of Theseus dilemma challenges our view on identity. If you keep adding tech to yourself, at what point do you stop being yourself? We've talked about individual ethics and philosophy, but there's a bigger picture, the role of society. History has shown us that technological advancements can outpace our ability to manage their impact. Consider the Industrial Revolution. Jobs transformed overnight, and it took decades for society to adapt. Today, we are facing similar upheaval. Who gets to decide how tech evolves? Should there be regulations to ensure AI is used responsibly, or should innovation be allowed to run freely? There are no easy answers, but it's clear that society as a collective needs to play an active role in guiding technology. This means promoting transparency, ensuring accountability, and actively participating in discussions around policies and ethics. In China, facial recognition technology is already widespread and used in everything from securing entry to residential complexes to ordering food. But in Europe, many countries have introduced strict privacy regulations under the GDPR, limiting how facial recognition data is used. This difference shows how cultural values and government policies influence the role of tech in society. Or consider recent debates over social media algorithms. In some cases, like the recent laws passed in Australia, tech companies are held responsible for moderating content on their platforms. These decisions aren't just technical, they are societal choices about who controls tech and its influence on people. Whether it's voting for policies, educating ourselves on ethical concerns, or supporting initiatives that align with our values, our collective choices shape the impact technology will have on our lives. As users, we are part of this process too. Each time we choose or refuse to use a certain app or support ethical businesses, we are influencing tech's evolution. In a world where AI friends and digital companions are being common, we have to ask, what counts as a relationship? Consider Japan's phenomenon of virtual spouses. Here people connect deeply with AI avatars, treating them as real-life partners. These digital companions, like the popular AI character Hatsune Miku, don't just offer conversation, they remember past interactions, adapt to the user's mood, and even offer emotional support. For some, these relationships bring genuine comfort, companionship, and stability. People share personal milestones with these AI characters, celebrate anniversaries, and even talk about the day, creating a fulfilling emotional experience. Social media and streaming services suggest content, recommend friends, and even show us what we are most likely to engage with. These algorithms are designed to understand us through our clicks, likes, and scrolls, creating a digital mirror of our preferences. Have you ever noticed how a platform seems to know exactly when you're having a bad day, or how it keeps reminding you of a favorite memory? This feels eerily personal, as if the platform is watching over you and reaching out with a helpful hand. Yet, these platforms know us by recognizing patterns and not by building connections. They're designed to reinforce engagement, and while that creates a sense of familiarity, they lack any real capacity for empathy. Their relationship with us is more transactional than mutual. As AI advances, we're beginning to see robots and virtual assistants that provide conversation, companionship, and even companionship therapy. Paro, a robotic seal used in healthcare, comforts elderly patients, especially those with dementia, helping them feel less isolated. This raises a big question. Is an AI friend better than no friend at all? For many who feel isolated, the answer may be yes. A digital companion can provide a sense of connection even if it's an illusion. However, some psychologists caution that relying on virtual relationships may deepen loneliness, creating a dependency on technology instead of encouraging real human interactions. As tech moves forward, we'll need new ways of thinking to keep up. AI may soon assist in making legal, medical, or even financial decisions that impact us deeply. Imagine a near future where a virtual assistant can not only help you find a doctor, but also manage your finances, recommend investments, and even vote on your behalf. This raises questions about the future of ethics in technology. Who is accountable if things go wrong? The user, the developer, or the machine? If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from us. This is the 6th episode in our series, The Future of Humanity. To watch other videos, click on the playlist that will appear here after 5 seconds. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.